Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Speech and Theater Arts submitted by Rohania Sibaudin, submitted to Ma'am Raisa Diarangkan. Module 4, Distinct Characteristic of English Speech. This module, I will discuss about distinct characteristic of English speech such as the sentence stress, distressing of articles, praising and bleeding, rhythm, intonation, tag questions, and phonetics. First, I will discuss the accentuation and pronunciation of the commonly mispronounced words. From the word mispronounce ito yung mga karaniwang maling salita. Take a look at the examples. Macabre, canary, incognito, utensil, condolence. Another example is establish, determine, intestine, cathedral, composite. Second is words accented on the first syllable. Ito naman yung mga salitang may accent sa unang pantig like access, accuracy, allergy, infamous, pedestal, legislative, interesting, January, kilometer, and mino. See, two syllables, words primary accent on the second syllable and secondary accent. Ito naman yung ginagamitan ng dalawang salitang pantig, pangunahin at sa pangalawa. Here are example of two-syllable words. First, bamboo, cosine, 13, detach, jumping, chalet, guitar, radiate, jolly, and prestige. Fourth is the four-syllable words with the primary accent on the second syllable and secondary accent on the first syllable. So may pagkapareho sila sa two-syllable words. So here are example of four syllables. First, significance, permissible, immortalize, illustrative, indefinite. And another example is communicate, assistantship, numerical, preoccupy, incorporate. And the last is noun, verb, adjective, verbs. Ito naman yung pangalawang pandiwa at pang-uring pandiwa. Some words may be used as nouns or verbs. Nouns carry the primary stress on the first syllable, while verbs carry the primary stress on the last syllable. And the adjectives carry the primary stress on the first or second syllable. This is example of nouns, verbs. Permit, desert, record, transfer, decrease. Another example is object, import, increase, discount. And this is example of adjective verbs. Deliberate, graduate, federate, separate, elaborate. Sentence stress. In general content, words are stressed, while function words are unstressed unless they are meant to be stressed or emphasized. Sentence stress is very important English pronunciation. There are many different types stressed in English, and stress is used in many different ways. So the other terms of sentence stress means study pronounce themselves for strong with than others. Here are the six contents word and have meaning themselves. They include nouns, a word used to identify any class of people, place, or things. Verbs, a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence and performing the main part of the predicate of a sentence. Adverbs. Adverbs is a word of praise that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or another adverbs or a group. Demonstratives. Demonstratives are a person tending to show feelings, especially of affection, openly. Adjectives. A word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. Interrogative is a word used in question such as how or what. Functions words have little or no meaning in themselves except to show grammatical relationship. Articles. Articles is in English there are three articles. Example of article is a, an, and the. Articles are used before nouns or noun equivalents and are a type of adjective. The definite article that is used before a noun to indicate that the identifier of the noun is known to the reader. Preposition. Preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to form a phrase modifying another word in the sentence. Therefore, a preposition is always part of a prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase almost always functions as an adjective or as an adverb. Example of preposition is of, at, in, to, and etc. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns refer to specific persons or things. Another word of personal pronouns are used to replace people, place, or things to make sentences shorter and clear. Example: I, he, him, it, me, you, she, they, and them. Possessives. Possessive pronouns are used to describe who owns something. Example is my, his, yours, her, mine, hers. Relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words that connect two clauses of a sentence to create a more complex sentence. Rather than having two simpler sentences with repetitive words, there are several relative pronouns. In English, who, whom, which, and that. And another meaning of relative pronoun is used to connect a clause or phrase to noun or pronoun. One, when used as a substitute for noun, as a big box and small one. The verbs be, have, will, and another auxiliary verbs unless they occur at the end of the sentences or are parts of reiterative expression, as I aren't you a sheep. Major stress refers to the stresses that are the strongest, loudest, or most prominent. The two major stresses are primary eliminate and secondary eliminate. Stress and the two minor stresses are tertiary eliminate and weak stress no mark. If a syllable or word does not receive the primary stress, the syllable is reduced usually to second stress. Syllables with secondary stress are said with slightly less force or loudness than those with primary stress. Syllables said with secondary stress are louder and slightly longer than those said with a minor stress, tertiary, or weak. Word combination. Word combination. Many scientific words are based either on combination of prefixes, suffixes of Greek, Latin, Indo-European. Adjectives and numerals as noun modifiers. Example: long walk, black bag, large shoes, 2 tickets, large company. Number 2 is good musician, 3 physician, bed discovery, detailed direction, worthy endeavor. Number 3 is practice sentence. It was a hard experiment. Number 2 is the 3 physician commended the clean hospital. Number 3 is the black bag contained 5 notebooks. Number 4 is the good musician is engaged in a worthy endeavor. Number 5 is he wrote a nice letter to his good teacher. Number 4, use the following adjectives or more than one syllable in sentences. Keep each sentence orally. For example, favorite book, opposite way, beautiful song, excellent food, possible way, convenient appointment, exciting conclusion, confusing condition, important lesson. Example sentence. My favorite books are fantasy books. Number 2, example of sentence. A beautiful song of friendship and between lovers who were far apart. Number 5, nouns and participles as noun modifiers. Pacific Ocean, brick house, summer weather, glass window, broke desk. Number 6, adjectives and numerals modifying noun compounds. Heavy typewriter, smallest classroom, convenient parking lot, 19 test tube, empty waste basket. Number 7, use the noun modifiers and drills 5 and 6 in sentences. Choose 6 compounds per drill. First, adjective noun combination. Long hair, bad movie, good school, hard exercise, nice people. Second, Violet who, thirsty boy, favorite actress, possible answer, 20 books, modern car, difficult questions. Verb-adverb combination. First, read slow, go today, run quickly, come again, spoke fluently. Adverb and intensifiers. Quiet short, extremely difficult, very hard, too good, terribly funny, very angry. Adverbs of frequency before the verbs. Usually comes, never tried, generally knows, never tried, sometimes works. Noun compounds and another word combination. Noun compounds and another word combination. Some example in English where the same combination of words is used both as noun, compound, and or modify noun structure are given for. Or in another meaning, compound noun is a noun in which multiply words are combined into a single word. In this drill, decide whether your teacher is saying A or B in each group. Noun compound with specialized meaning or modified noun structure. Here are the examples. Letter A, greenhouse. A house that is green. B, greenhouse. A glass structure used for growing plants. Another example is number 2. A dark room. A room that is dark. Letter B, dark room. A special room used for photography. Number 3. A blue bird. Any bird that is blue, a particular kind of bird. Number 4. A blackboard. A piece of wood that is black in color. Letter B, blackboard. A large slate used. Number 5. Used for writing with chalk. Number 5. A hot plate. Electric cooking device. Letter B, hot plate. Any plate that is hot. This tracing of articles. The article the. Example. Pick up the phone. Start the engine. To the plan. Number 2 examples. The article A. Examples. Formula. Discovery. Hand. Number 3. The indefinite article an. Example. Do an exercise. Give an example. Give an answer. Number 4. Article some. Examples. Some equipment. Saying some friends. Doing some work. Chua. Chua. The chua is a typical English sound. This weak vowel with mouth slightly opened, while the tongue, throat, and jaw is relaxed. This sound is uttered in a short duration. It is never occurs in accented syllables since accentuation makes the vowel strong. Ang chua ay isang karaniwang tunog ng English. Ang mahinang patinig na ito na may makinis na bahagyang nakabukas. While the tongue, throat, and jaw is relaxed. Ang tunog na ito ay binibigkas sa isang maikling tagal. Hindi ito nangyayari sa mga accent na pantig dahil ang accentuation ay nagpapalakas ng patinig. That's the chua. Freezing and bleeding. Peter Best summarized the essentials in acquiring good rhythm. He stated giving emphasis to stressed syllables and making them recur rather than regularly within a thought group. Weakening unstressed words and syllables and obscuring the vowels and make of them proper organization of word into thought group by means of pauses bleeding the final sounds of each word and syllable with initial sounds of one of the following within the thought of group and fitting the entire sentence into a formal intonation pattern. Another words meaning to achieve the rhythm in your speech to breaking or dividing an alterance into breath units or truth group. Phrasing simply meaning splitting up a sentence into what truth group and rhythm units by means of pauses. A thought group is made up of closely connected words. It contains what the speaker considers to be single thought. Thought groups are often composed of rhythm units, that is, smaller groups which are pronounced in a single breath stream. Pinakamahusay na binubuod ng pretor ang mga mahalaga sa pagkuha ng mabuting rhythm. Sinabi niya na pagbibigay diin sa mga binibigyang diin na mga pantig at ginagawang muli ito sa halip na regular sa loob ng isang pangkat ng pag-iisip. Nagpapahina na hindi nakaka-stress na ang mga salita at pantig at tinatakpan ang patinig sa may ng patinig and may of them. Pauses are usually made in a sentence for one of the three reasons: to make the meaning clear, to emphasize the idea, to enable the speaker to catch his breath when saying a long sentence. The important principle to remember is that the basic purpose of all phrasing is to convey ideas in group of words that accurately express the speaker's meaning and intent. If you keep this in mind, phrasing comes naturally to you. Note the changes in the phrasing and the corresponding change in meaning. Woman. Without her, man is a savage. Woman. Without her, man is a savage. Number 2. I'm not as great a fool as Mr. X would have you think. I'm not as great a fool as Mr. X would have you think.